Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Fakhurazi Elham bin Ibrahim and I am currently pursuing a Bachelor of Accounting with Honours at University Malaysia Terengganu. I am currently undergoing my industrial training at YFNG an audit firm, and I am now approaching the end of my internship. Throughout this internship, I have been exposed to the daily responsibilities of an auditor, including preparing audit working papers, performing vouching, and participating in audit fieldwork. Besides improving my technical knowledge, this experience has also helped me grow personally and professionally. So now, I will be sharing my reflection on this internship. My presentation consists of 3 parts. First, I will discuss my personality and skill quiz results. Second, I will share the personal growth that I have experienced during my internship and how it will benefit my future career. Finally, I will talk about the key learning points from my internship and how I plan to continue improving myself as I enter the accounting profession. As part of this presentation, I complete a personality and skill quiz. The quiz suggests that I will be more suited for the role of management accountant. According to the quiz, management accountants help businesses prepare budgets, support business decisions, monitor costs, and improve financial performance. The role also requires strong analytical thinking, communication skills, problem-solving abilities, teamwork, and commercial awareness. When I first saw the result, I was honestly a little surprised. The reason is because I am currently doing my internship in an audit firm. Since most of my daily works involve audit assignments, I expected the quiz to recommend a career in external auditing instead. However, after reading the description more carefully, I started to understand why the quiz matched me with management accounting. Although management accounting and external auditing have different responsibilities, both careers require similar core skills. They require analytical thinking, attention to detail, effective communication, teamwork, and the ability to solve problems. Throughout my internship at YFNG I have been involved in preparing audit working papers, performing vouching, and participating in audit fieldwork. Preparing audit working papers taught me that every audit conclusion must be supported by proper evidence. Everything needs to be documented clearly because the working papers become evidence of the work performed by the auditor. During vouching, I learned that auditing is not simply about matching numbers. Every supporting document needs to be examined carefully to ensure that transactions are genuine, complete, and properly recorded. Whenever something looked unusual or information was missing, I learned to investigate further instead of making assumptions. Audit fieldwork also allowed me to see how different companies maintain their accounting records and internal control. It gave me a much better understanding of how the knowledge that I learned in university is applied in real business situations. Another thing that stood out to me was communication. Initially, I thought auditing was mainly an individual job because much of the work involved reviewing financial statements or financial documents. However, during my internship, I realized that communication is equally important. I frequently discuss audit issues with my team leader and colleague whenever I encounter unfamiliar situation or need clarification. Looking back, I think the quiz accurately identified many of the strengths that I have been developing during my internship. At the same time, my internship has also helped me discover something about myself. I realized that I genuinely enjoy the investigative nature of auditing. I like analyzing documents, understanding how transactions are recorded, and finding explanation whenever something appears unusual. Therefore, although the quiz suggested management accounting, my internship has strengthened my interest in pursuing a career in auditing after graduation. Overall, I believe the quiz has shown me that the skills I am developing are valuable across different accounting careers, while my internship has helped me identify the career path that interests me the most. Throughout my internship at YFNG I have noticed several positive changes in myself. The biggest change is my confidence. When I first started, I was unfamiliar with audit procedures, working paper format and the firm audit software. Because everything was new, I often depended on my team leader guidance before completing my tasks. I was worried about making mistakes and wanted to ensure that my work met the firm expectation. As the week passed, I became more familiar with the audit process. I gradually understood why each procedure was performed and became more confident in preparing audit working papers, performing vouching, and participating in audit fieldwork. Although I still ask questions whenever I am unsure, I now feel much more confident in carrying out my responsibilities. Another positive change is my attention to detail. Before my internship, I understood that accuracy was important in accounting, but I did not fully appreciate how much even a small mistake could affect the audit process. During my internship, I realized that overlooking a supporting document or recording an incorrect figure could result in additional work for the audit team. Because of this, I developed the habit of checking my work carefully before submitting it. I have also improved my communication skills. At the beginning of my internship, I was quite hesitant to ask questions because I thought I should be able to solve everything by myself. However, I soon realized that asking questions is an important part of learning. My team leader and seniors were always willing to explain the audit procedures, and their guidance helped me complete my work more accurately. As a result, I became much more comfortable discussing issues and seeking clarification whenever necessary. Another area where I have improved is time management. There were times when our team was handling several audit engagements simultaneously. I learned how to prioritize my work, manage different deadlines, and organize my daily tasks so that everything could be completed on time without compromising quality. Overall, this experience has helped me become more confident, responsible, and adaptable in professional working environment. I believe these changes will benefit me not only as an employee but also as an individual. The confidence I have gained will help me adapt more quickly when I begin my career after graduation. Instead of being afraid to take on new responsibilities, I now understand that learning comes from experience, asking questions, and continuously improving myself. My stronger attention to detail will help me produce work that is accurate and reliable. This is especially important in accounting and auditing, where accuracy directly affects the quality of financial information and professional credibility. The communication skill I have developed during my internship will also help me build positive working relationship with colleagues, supervisors, and clients. I have learned that technical knowledge alone is not enough. Being able to communicate clearly and professionally is equally important in achieving good teamwork and completing tasks effectively. In addition, time management skills I gain will allow me to manage multiple responsibilities more efficiently and perform well even during busy periods. Overall, this internship has given me a much better understanding of what employers expect from fresh graduates. Besides technical knowledge, employers also value responsibility, adaptability, teamwork, and willingness to learn. I believe that growth I have experienced during my internship has prepared me to become a stronger candidate for future career opportunities in the accounting profession. Besides improving my technical skills, this internship has changed the way I view the auditing profession. One of the biggest lessons I learned is that auditing is much more than checking numbers. Before joining the firm, I thought the auditor's job was mainly to verify financial figures. However, after participating in actual audit engagement, I realized that auditors must first understand the client's business, assess risk, gather sufficient audit evidence, and apply professional judgment before reaching any conclusion. Another important lesson is the value of proper documentation. every audit procedure performed must be supported by sufficient documentation in the audit working papers. This taught me that good documentation is not just paperwork. It is evidence that support the quality and reliability of the audit. I also learned the importance of professional skepticism. During vouching, there were occasions when supporting documents were incomplete or certain transactions appeared unusual. Rather than accepting the information immediately, I learned that auditors must verify the evidence carefully before reaching a conclusion. This experience taught me to think more critically and avoid making assumptions without sufficient evidence. Finally, I realized that learning in accounting profession never truly ends. University provides us with theoretical foundation, but every client, every business, and every audit engagement presents different situations. This means accountant and auditor must continuously learn, adapt, and update their knowledge throughout their careers. Based on this experience, I believe the best way to address this challenge is by committing to continuous improvement throughout my career. Firstly, I want to continue strengthening my technical knowledge. Accounting standards, auditing standards, and technology continue to evolve, so I need to keep learning through professional training, reading update standards, and gaining practical experience. I believe continuous learning is essential to remain competent and relevant in the profession. Secondly, I hope to develop stronger professional judgment. During my internship, there were many situations where I relied on my team leader's experience to better understand unfamiliar issues. While this is part of the learning process, my goal is to gradually build the confidence and experience needed to analyze situations independently while still knowing when to seek guidance. I also want to continue improving my communication skills. Throughout my internship, I realized that effective communication helps prevent misunderstandings, strengthen teamwork, and build trust with colleagues and clients. As I progress in my career, I hope to become someone who can communicate clearly, professionally, and confidently in different situations. Finally, I want to maintain the professional habits that I developed during my internship, such as being organized, paying close attention to detail, managing my time effectively, and always completing my work with integrity. I believe this habit will not only help me perform better but also earn the trust of my future employers and clients. Overall, this internship has shown me that becoming a competent accountant is a continuous journey. Technical knowledge is important, but it must be supported by the right attitude, professionalism, and a commitment to lifelong learning. In conclusion, my internship at YFNGPLT has been a meaningful and rewarding experience. It has allowed me to apply my accounting knowledge that I learned in university to real audit engagement while developing valuable professional skills such as communication, critical thinking, and time management, and also attention to detail. More importantly, this internship has helped me to understand myself better. It has strengthened my confidence, confirmed my interest in auditing profession, and given me a clearer picture of the kind of accounting professional I hope to become in the future. I am truly grateful to YFNGPLT, my team leader, and also my colleague for their guidance and support throughout my internship. I also appreciate the opportunity provided by University Malaysia Terengganu to gain this valuable industry experience. I think that's all from me. Thank you for the attention.